everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we have this 2021 Cadillac XT6, and as you can see with this vehicle, the side windows already come blacked out. So there are some trim levels that have this section of the panels chromed out. So I'm going to show you guys how to go about the installation using a white material vinyl in order to show you guys step by step on how to go about the installation if your vehicle does have this chromed out. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. Okay, so before you start with the installation, of course, just make sure you prep the panel. Once you finish prepping the panel, we can start with the installation. So we're going to start by showing how to go about with this one first. So all you need to do is just align it right on the edge. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra material to cover the curve, and everything else should just fall into place. And now we're just going to apply heat to help it tag down around the curved area here. So if you notice, this curve extends from here and it reaches all the way here. So in order for the film to tag down and not lift over time, we're going to have to apply heat. So grab a heat gun, apply heat, and slowly, little by little, help it tag down to the curve. And you can also apply heat around the curve here to help form the film to the panel, and just finish off with the rest. Make sure you have full coverage, and that's when we come back and trim off any excess material. So now that we know what will be excess material, just trim it off. Take your time. So that's one section here. Trim off the excess. Trim off the excess on the curve. And any excess on the bottom section. And with this one, on the top section, create an outline. That way you have an idea of where you're going to trim off the excess material. So once you create the outline, use your blade. Carefully trim off the excess material you don't need. And that's it. And now we're just going to come back, apply heat, just to seal any edges that we're lifting after we trimmed off the excess material. And now we can move on with the next piece. So now we're moving on to the sections located on the door trim. So when you're doing the installations for each one, always start from the edge. So when you're doing this one, start from the edge. When you're doing the lower panel, start from the edge, and so forth. So basically the same steps that are done for this one, you would just rinse and repeat for the remaining three. So just make sure you align it to the edge and use the lower section of the panel as the guide in order to align the film. So just take your time, align it until you reach it to this edge. And if you need to realign the film, just lift it carefully and place it back down. And just make sure you're giving yourself coverage all over the panel. Once you place the film, just go ahead and start tagging it down. Make sure you cover the inside trim here because the panel is going to have chrome on the inside here. So make sure you're covering the chrome inside. So once you cover the inside, then we could create an outline of where the chrome will end. So you can use your finger to create that outline, and you just create it all around until you reach to the top. And then use your blade and trim off the excess material. And then trim off the excess material on this side. Now we would apply heat around the panel to secure it, and then the same steps that were done here, you just rinse and repeat to the other remaining three pieces, and then we'll come back with the last piece on the quarter window. Okay, so now we're moving on to the last piece, which is the quarter window. So with this one, just place the 2 strips on each section of the panel, just so it could hold it in place. And start by aligning this section of the film, and just make sure you give yourself enough material to cover the chrome here, and also enough to cover the curve around here as well. Once you place the film, start placing it and using the lower section as the guide to align it, and it should reach up to the edge here. And just make your way until you reach it to the end here. And now do the same for the top layer. Lift it carefully and just place the film until it reaches to the top edge. Replace it till it covers the top, and then place it to cover the bottom. And if you need to lift the film, do it carefully. Just lift it and place it to the panel, and it should have full coverage, just like this. Now you grab your squeegee, start tacking down the film. Just make sure if you do have any wrinkles or any air bubbles to lift the film carefully and remove them. That way you don't accidentally crease the film. And it should have full coverage everywhere, and even on this section here. And we're going to apply heat around this curve and heat around this curve to help it mold to the curve, and then trim off the excess material. Okay, and now trim off excess material, and then we're done. So once you finish installing the set on the panels, the last thing to do is to pulse heat the entire panel. So all you're going to do is just grab your heat gun and start applying heat all over each section of the panel, and just make sure you secure it and help the adhesive activate faster as well. And you just take your time when you're doing this step. You want to make sure you get every single section of each panel. That way the film does not lift over time. And then once you're done with this step, you'll be done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. Okay, so that concludes the installation video for the side chrome deletes for the 2021 Cadillac XT6. We hope that this video helped you guys out with your installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.